Who's hot on Citywide? Our choices today are Robert Jackson and Jamie Robertson, winners of the 1987 City Scholar Awards. Ryerson Polytech Institute and City TV are working together and investing in the future of broadcast journalism. Ryerson has long been associated with quality journalism through the professionalism of their faculty to the achievements of their graduates. Since 1983, City TV has added extra incentive with the City TV Scholar Awards. The competition gives broadcast journalism students a chance to hone the skills they've learned at Ryerson and showcase them to the professional world. And each year, the final product becomes better and better. This year, City presented 2 awards, one for outstanding skills and creativity in electronic field production camera work, and one for outstanding achievement and excellence in broadcast journalism. The winners were Jamie Robertson and Robert Jackson. They received full tuition reimbursement and some invaluable training at City TV. Congratulations. Joining me now are Jamie Robertson and Robert Jackson. Graduating from the Film Arts and winner of our award is Robert Jackson, and you would like to end up in the commercial industry?
In the advertising agency, yeah. I'd like to do that. I'd like to shoot ads, be the director of photography.
Were you the kid with the camera when you were 6 years old, going around taking pictures?
Taking pictures all the time.
It's always been an interest of yours?
Oh yeah, ever since I was really small.
How did you focus on this industry in particular? What made you focus on the commercial industry?
It's more interesting. Things happen a lot faster, and you have to be. It's where you have to be your best, basically, because ads are very well thought out and they're very quick, and they happen in 30 seconds, what most people tell in a 2-hour movie.
Yeah, it's an incredible art form. I mean, you really have to do a lot in a short period of time. As an example of Robert's work, now you did this commercial for your course?
Yeah, for my course. It was
okay, now this is for Genesee Beer?
Yes, it was.
This is not a real commercial for Genesee Beer, although the folks from Genesee happen to be in town, they'll enjoy it. We're going to take a look now at Robert Jackson's award-winning commercial. Here it is.
Genesee, you shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I let you love what I thought it was funny. You came along and woo, now honey, I've changed my mind. This love is fine. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Hey, it's a Jenny.
That's very well done. That's very a little applause from the background. Did you write it or just shoot it?
I did the shooting, and the original concept was mine.
We would very much like to show you Jamie's effort here, but it's a bit long. It's about sports complexes in the Dome in Toronto. How long was the piece?
It was 3.5 minutes, and it was mainly about the Blue Jays and how much money they failed to gain Toronto by losing in the playoffs, unfortunately.
I should, and I think it's worth noting that your award you're splitting between...
Yeah, the 3 of us are splitting. 3 people worked on the project. It's not just me, obviously. So I decided that from the outset we would split the award 3 ways. You
mean the editor, the photographer, you, or were there 3 of you who wrote it?
Yeah, we wrote it between us, we shot it, and we did everything. It's a teamwork.
What are their names? Their names are?
Catherine Duff and Lloyd Davis.
Catherine Duff and Lloyd Davis. When you're working at Ryerson, what kind of practical experience do they give you, Jamie? I mean, what do you have to do X amount of stories in the field per year?
Yes, it's each course is different, but in print you have a beat to cover a certain beat.
Right.
But in broadcast we do TV shows. Every Wednesday we have a half-hour news show. We do feature stories. It's practical experience. That's the strength of Ryerson.
Do you have a beat that you'd like to cover? Do you think you're political, a science reporter?
I'm interested in everything. I think local beats really interest me.
What do you do in the film end? Do you have X amount of projects you have to hand in?
We usually have basically a film assignment. We have to produce films throughout the year. Last year we had 7 assignments. This year we're only responsible for doing 1 as like a demo reel to show what we're capable of doing.
Now the hard part begins. You're finished school this June, and now you got to start finding yourself a job. I would assume that for most people who are trying to get into this business, in case you didn't know it, Toronto is the major industry. In Canada, this is where everybody would like to work. Most people don't start in Toronto. They end up in smaller stations, and you hopefully get your big break, and you end up working in Toronto. You guys.
Actually, I agree with that, because there's a lot of small unions and stuff you can join, and you can get in that way and work on the apprenticeship program and work your way up. And So it's really promising looking future.
Well, I think you've picked a wonderful field. It's wonderful to work in. No doubt you will hear the names of Jamie Robertson, journalist reporting from somewhere, and the commercial